Do you have to say your name?
Yeah, I'll do that after I show the audience. Can it see you? There we go. Okay. Hello, my name is Muriel Ginyard, and this is my introductory speech for Public Speaking 205. With Father's Day right around the corner, have any of you heard of the quote, "A father is a daughter's first love and a son's first hero"? Well, to me, I completely agree with this quote, except that not only is my father my first love, but he is also my first hero. I would like to share a little bit about myself through the eyes of my personal hero, who is my father, because every daughter is an angel through her father's eyes, so hopefully I'm a good person through his eyes. I have torn down and disassembled many obstacles in my life, all of which I have done with the help of my father. I would like to tell you about a few of the things that he's helped me with. There are 4 key characteristics that I have that I believe have helped me become the strong, bright-eyed, and passionate person that I am today. Those 4 things are my work ethic, my manners, my persistence, and my independence. Growing up, I had a chore list the size of a yardstick. I thought this was a normal thing, but most kids didn't have chores like I did. I had to clean the yard by picking up walnuts, and I had to cut the grass and various other labor-like chores. When I wanted my first cell phone, my dad was like, "Who's going to pay for it?" Which meant that basically I had to pay for it. So from that moment on, I got my first job, something small, but I knew that I had to work for anything that I wanted. From that point on, this has been my mentality. Even now, the jobs that I have in Clemson as a waitress, I get compliments on how hard I work. And every time I just know that if my dad hadn't treated me like he did and made me work for what I wanted, I wouldn't have the work ethics that I have today. My second characteristic are my manners. Since my dad was an older father for a child my age, he is a little bit old-fashioned, which means that we are a little heavier on the manners department. Seems like most people these days don't have very many manners, but as a child in my household, manners were about as important as showering. At the dinner table, you didn't have any elbows on the table, you had to ask to be excused from the table, and you always ate your vegetables no matter how gross you thought they were. Since I was raised that way, these manners have carried on through my life today, and I consider myself a very well-mannered individual, and that's something that a lot of people have lost over the years. My third characteristic is my drive or my persistence. This kind of relates to my work ethic and my manners because I know that I have to work hard to get what I want. And I've prided myself in that. And since my dad made me work for everything I wanted growing up, I transferred the same concept into my athletics and my academics. I played rugby in high school. In my junior year, I contacted the Clemson women's rugby team, and I asked them to come scrimmage my high school team. And after a month of persistent emails, they finally agreed, and Clemson came to play my high school team. I wanted them to do that so that their coach could see me play and see how awesome I was so that they would try to recruit me onto the team. And it turned out that worked out wonderfully, and I was awesome, and they loved me, and Clemson asked me to come play for them. So I was following in the footsteps of my father, who also played rugby for Clemson. I didn't care whether we won or lost in the game. I just wanted the opportunity to show my coaches that I was someone he wanted for his team. A few months later, Clemson called me and asked if I could play with them against Chapel Hill. And they picked me up on their way, and I played my first collegiate rugby game for the Clemson team, and I was still a junior in high school. And my final key characteristic is my independence. This is pretty much a combination of all the characteristics I've spoken already. I work for what I want. I'm persistent in doing what I want, or what it takes to achieve my goals. And I graduated high school early. I started my dream at the university early, and I've been on my own ever since. I have my own car, my own apartment, and my own cell phone bill. While my dad will help me slightly if I am in a bind with something like my car, he is not one to hand out money or anything else that easy, which has forced me to learn how to stand up on my own and support myself through college. I'm usually balancing school, rugby, and a job, if not 2 jobs, and I know what it takes to make my dreams come true. No matter how tough or unfair I thought he was growing up, I couldn't be more grateful for the father that I have. I wouldn't be here studying at my dream school, playing my dream sport, and overall making my dreams my reality if it weren't for him. There are so many daddy's girls in the world, and It might be a complete cliche that my dad is my hero, but it is difficult to even put into words how important this man is to me and how lost I would be without him. Anytime someone compliments me on my work ethic, my manners, my persistence, or my independence, I send gratitude to my father because he is the one who made me the person I am today. Thank you.